What is up, Elevation Nation? And Sam, I'm looking at you right now. Your ring light is literally in the middle of the camera. So just like letting you know, doesn't really work. Sam's ring light doesn't work. You'll have to see on YouTube. Look at the comparable difference between Sam's ring light and my ring light. Just saying.
I don't know why.
Weird, right? All right, well, this is Fortitude and 15. Sam and I have been doing something new with Fortitude. We come up with questions that we want to ask each other. Oh, now you're holding the massive ring light. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work, my friend. I've been saying anything that I'm like lecturing at Sam, I just say my friend at the end. It's
Because
really
he knows
funny.
it drives me absolutely insane. I almost said something when you texted me today and said, if you call me my friend one more time, I'm going to kill you.
It's great.
So
I'm gonna keep doing that. That's pretty funny.
I'm just going to call you boss. Okay, boss.
So it's episode 255. We've talked a lot about mental fortitude. We've talked a lot about pushing yourself outside the comfort zone. So let's have some fun today. We're going to talk about the question, what are the craziest things you've eaten? And I know both of us have had to push ourselves outside of our comfort zones to eat some pretty crazy, interesting things around the globe. Maybe when we were traveling together, but I'm sure even in the United States, we've eaten some interesting things. So, Sam, let's pass it to you. Maybe tell a story of what's one of the most crazy things you've eaten.
Well, I think I know yours, so I don't want to steal that story from you because I think both of our craziest foods we've eaten was together in the same place. So I'm going to save that for you because I have another crazy food story. I love food. Everyone who listens to Elevation Nation or knows me knows that one of my dreams is to be a professionally trained chef, not as a job, but I just want to know how to cook very well. And so trying new foods, trying cuisines, travel, culture, cooking, all of that I absolutely love. This isn't much about travel. This has a lot more to do with nature. In fact, I don't even know if Parker knows this story. Parker, do you know that there is a bug that I believe it's every 17 years comes out from the ground? Do you know what that bug is called?
Dude,
My friend.
obviously a cicada.
Good job, boss. Yes, a cicada. So, a friend of mine from high school, his dad was a very good cook, and it was the year of the cicada. Everything was crazy, and all in the forest preserves, loud noises nonstop, very annoying. So, I don't think we were supposed to do this, but we went to the forest preserve with a bunch of plastic bags, and we start collecting probably like 40 cicadas off of the trees, off of the ground that were still alive. Put him in a bag, brought him back to his dad. His dad's looking up recipes online, how to cook the cicadas. He ended up deep frying the cicadas and made this raspberry vinaigrette sauce, and we ate cicadas. And it was very cool. Obviously, way more for the story than for the taste. They didn't really taste like anything because they were deep fried and covered in sauce. But I get to say I ate a cicada.
So you think it's crazy that you ate an insect, but I'm pretty sure people eat insects in like other countries, right?
They do. Absolutely. Great source of protein.
We don't ever. Do we, in America, do we eat insects? Are there any insects that we eat that are like normal? I don't think so.
Cricket flour is becoming a new one.
Cricket
Shark Tank.
flour? Where did you hear about that?
Shark Tank. This guy has this whole
Okay, that's a crazy
flour.
crazy food. Cricket flour.
Yeah, they like grind up crickets. They're super high in protein. Check it
Maybe
out.
we need to,
You want to
try
invest?
it. We might have to buy it and try it and see what we have to report back to the
We
nation.
might have to. What about you, Parker? I know we've had some crazy food together. I'm curious which story from our travels you're going to share.
There's been a few. I mean, we've had minus the 7 goldfish I ate in like 10 minutes, living goldfish. Back in our fun days. I think Sam is like, "Oh my gosh, what is happening?" It was a delicacy. It was nice. It was good. It was delicious. No, it was actually terrible.
He's kidding. That never happened.
All right, so let's take it to Thailand. I'm thinking of the story when we were, I think, just exploring, really like living our best life in, what was it, Chiang Mai? Or no, Bangkok maybe. And we came across some scorpions. Is that right, Sam? Scorpions and what was it? Scorpions on a stick. Even better. Man, we're going to have scorpions on a stick for appetizer before we eat our what was the meal that we had? I feel like we had some very authentic was it pad thai maybe or pad cu? And I will say the scorpion had no flavor whatsoever. I felt like it was complete tourist, like, oh, hey, come and eat a scorpion. But I ate a scorpion and, like, bit the claw off and swallowed that thing. And it's pretty gross when you think about it, but it absolutely tasted like nothing. How about the time, Sam, when we were in Iceland? You ready for this? When we ate some fermented shark. Oh, man, a cubed piece of shark. You remember that? And what was so crazy about that experience is that, typically when we eat food, it's, wow, it tastes really good and we swallow it and we eat more because it fills us up and we like the taste. But do you remember what was interesting about the shark?
Yeah, it was like a smelling salt of ammonia.
It was like an
released into our
experience.
brain, and my eyes started watering. It was certainly an experience. I'm glad you told that story. That's one of my favorite, probably the weirdest thing we ever ate.
Was it
Fermented
shark?
fermented delicacy in Iceland. Tasted pretty rancid, but we ate it. Nonetheless.
That was also kind of a tourist thing, but like,
At least a
also,
little more cultural.
yeah, I feel like, do you remember like they gave us a shot with it and it was like, drink the shot or put the fermented shark in your mouth. It was like a cube. Drink the shot and then swirl the shot in your mouth. And I remember the change of flavor and whatever was happening in my mouth.
That was a crazy one. We had a lot of really cool experiences with travel and trying new foods. I think, obviously, this is a more fun episode, but the coolest part about food is I think it gives you a sneak peek into people's culture and how they live. And to me, that's really exciting and a really cool way to connect and appreciate other people and their perspectives and where they came from. So, obviously, a few examples outside of the U.S., but within the U.S. even, totally cool when you go to a new city and try some delicacies in their area. My parents having recently moved to Savannah, Georgia, I can certainly say I've tried some shrimp and grits on more than one occasion.
That's not crazy. That's
Southern
delicious.
cuisines. Yeah, no, I mean, definitely not crazy. But I think some of the cool things are about traveling is you get to try new foods. And
I got a
that's always
genuine
fun.
question for you. So, you're a Chi-Town boy. I mean, when you went to the University of Maryland, it probably was one of your first times coming to Maryland. You're eating maybe a crab cake at most in Illinois. And I know you love your crabs. Now, you're welcome, by the way.
Thanks.
Us Maryland people got you into crabs. What did you first think when you thought of like the whole crab experience? Because it is kind of crazy to an outsider if you really think about it.
I mean, I love stuff like that. So every summer, some family friends of ours had a crawfish boil where they'd bring in crawfish from Louisiana and would do a traditional Louisiana-style crawfish boil. So I was used to the whole camaraderie about cracking the shells and doing that. That being said, I was spending way too much time trying to get meat out of places that meat didn't exist. And I remember Parker being like, dude,
For the
watch
crabs.
me and teach me how to eat a proper Maryland crab. They're drenched in Old Bay, almost too much, in my opinion, a little too salty. You need something to break it up. But my favorite part, Parker, of the crab is the mustard. That's my favorite part.
That is interesting because not many people say that. And I think it's a hidden gem if you can push yourself to try it. And
I love it.
I like to think the mustard's like kind of the brains and shit in there. Sorry. I hope you're not eating dinner or eating a meal right now. But we apologize for that. No, if you've never had like an actual crab feast or experience, I highly recommend it, whether you like crabs or not. I think it's really enjoyable. It's something really special, too, to do with your friends and family. It's not like you go home and do it alone. It's more something you do as like a social thing. But Yeah, man. I love crabs. Crab season's coming to an end too, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it anymore.
I literally just Googled that. When can I
Probably
say no?
around October or so.
Okay, so we can still do one. You've kind of inspired me. I'm gonna see if I can get a crew to do a little crab feast this weekend. Treat ourselves after some good news this week. That sounds nice.
Okay. There you have it.
There you have it.
There
I'm
you
now
have
hungry.
it. All right. What is one food that you're trying to eat going forward that might be a little bit crazy?
Dude, I eat everything. You know that. There are very few foods I don't like. One of them, I'm not trying to eat, but I'll just share it with Elevation Nation. I don't like ranch. I think ranch is disgusting.
Dude, what?
I
Everyone
hate
loves
ranch.
ranch.
I think it's literally repulsive.
All right, we're clipping this. We're throwing this on
It's
the
gross,
TikTok.
bro. Ranch
We're
is
going to be like,
disgusting.
do you agree with Sam on ranch? I mean, come on.
Hot take. I mean, I get.
Let me guess. Let me guess, Sam. You don't like Chick-fil-A sauce too?
No, I do like Chick-fil-A sauce.
Okay. All right. Thank God.
I just don't like ranch. I don't
Oh
think it
man,
tastes
you scared me for a second. If you didn't like ranch and Chick-fil-A sauce, we'd be like, we got bigger problems than Sam's problems in the real world. You know.
No, you're good. I like Chick-fil-A sauce. What about you, Parker? You've been trying
Oh.
to eat and train and be healthy. Is
You
there
know, it's
something
funny.
that you're
You
getting in your diet?
remember? I mean, you remember during college, like I didn't eat any fruits really at all. So like, never ate bananas, never ate watermelon, never ate mangoes, never ate like any of those things. And what's so funny is because for so long they gave me the heebie-jeebies in the throat, and for some reason, like the last year, I'm able to eat them. And I've been trying to eat more of fruit that I haven't been able to eat for the first 26 years of my life until up until this last year. So I would say just continuing to explore different fruits until I find one that actually gives me the heebie-jeebies, and then I can't breathe, and then we have a problem. But that's why I got an EpiPen. You heard it first.
Keep Parker safe. That's a priority.
Yeah,
But
we've
I'm
already
proud of you
choked.
trying new fruits.
We've already choked,
Yeah. God.
and we're not doing that again, hopefully. Knock on wood. Swallow your food.
Knock on wood.
Chew your food.
Knock on wood. All right, let's give some elevator shout outs. I have a couple that I want to give out. All right. This shout out goes to elevator number 63 and elevators number 98, 97, 97, 98, 99. Sorry. So we have Brad Kraut and the guys from Handshake Bets / Better. We got Pat Murtaugh, James Dvorak, Tyler Kozub. The coolest part about Elevation Nation is we now have this incredible community of people, and they are interacting with each other, meeting each other from us, through us, whatever it may be, and coming up and creating cool new things. So Brad was in Chicago for Lollapalooza. He linked up with Better and the Handshake Bets guys to create content. They were betting on how many bites it would take for Brad to eat a breakfast sandwich, crazy things like that. And so it's just super fun for us to see our elevators together in action, making cool content. We love all four of you guys.
I love it. It's even better when get it better.
Nice.
When I'm with like a family friend and probably doesn't listen to the podcast or not, and he brings up, "Oh, do you know this Handshake Bet guys on TikTok? They're great." And I'm just like,
Those are our boys.
"That's so funny." I mean, they're crushing it. They're funny. They're great. Keep elevating, boys. Just keep elevating. That's what it's all about. Oh man. Okay. Elevator shout out for me. This is a tough one. There's just so much good happening within Elevation Nation. I'm going with Danny Goldberg. Elevator 127. Danny is just an all-time guy. Such a nice guy. He goes to my same gym. So shout out Danny. Lifetime too. But he is posting on LinkedIn every single day. And when we talked with him, that was a goal that he had. He wants to continue to share his message and use LinkedIn as a way for him to elevate his voice. So kudos to him. I know creating content is not easy, and sometimes you only get 5 likes, but Danny's an inspiring guy with an inspiring story and has a lot to share with the world. So he's going places. And I can't wait for him to be just like a LinkedIn creator, like our good friend AJ Eckstein one day.
Elevation Nation, go try a new food this week. Why not? Till next week. Peace.